What's going on, everybody? It's Q from RetroQ Gaming, and I want to take a look about a current problem in modern gaming. Now, that problem, of course, is microtransactions. Everyone knows microtransactions, in-game purchases, some of them loot boxes, whatever it is. But specifically, we all know there's so many different problems, but I want to look at the MMOs in this game. Now, there's all different types of MMOs, but I want to use Final Fantasy XIV, and from what I understand, because I've never played it, by extension, World of Warcraft. But for all intents and purposes, I'm led to believe that it functions in exactly the same way. Now, the big problem when it comes to along the lines of this kind of thing, mainly because you have, like I said, a couple of different types of MMOs. You have free-to-play MMOs, which also have a cash shop of some sort. You have buy-to-play MMOs, which usually also have a cash shop. But at least in that regard, with buy-to-play MMOs, the devs at least have some sort of income as long as people are buying and playing the game. And then, of course, you've got games like Final Fantasy XIV and World of Warcraft. Now, these games are different because in the modern era, there's very few, we'll call them sub-based MMOs. And not only are they sub-based, subscription-based MMOs, that is, but they're also full price or at least decently priced games as well as a subscription-based service. So, for example, you might pay €40, you get the base version of Final Fantasy XIV, Heavensward, and Stormblood all at the same time. Now, of course, with that, you do get one free month subscription, but then from that point on, you're still paying a regular subscription every month if you want to continue to play. Now, the reason I bring this whole situation up is because today I started playing Final Fantasy XIV again. Now, I'm not playing it on the regular or anything like that, but what I'm only doing is going back to get expansion ready on my main job. Because today there was or yesterday I should say, there was a large patch that removed a lot of the weekly caps, and the ones that did stay, they kind of loosened them, doubled them, whatever it is a little bit. So it helps in that regard. But from my brief time back, just talking with people, seeing what's around and all, it reminded me that this game has a cash shop. Now, not only is it a full price purchase game, as well as a subscription fee, but it has a fairly extensive cash shop. So I went and took a look. Now, I didn't go and take a look with the intent of buying anything or seeing anything that was available, but I wanted to see just how many items and the kind of price that you're looking at. So there are 440 items available on the Final Fantasy XIV cash shop. That seems ludicrous. Some of these items are certain small things, from dyes for changing the color of your clothes and outfits, to in-game services like weddings, from emotes, specific outfits, hell, even level up potions, and things that will let you skip story and job progress. And there are even minions, emotes, mounts, hairstyles, everything that cost above the price of a monthly subscription. Imagine that, imagine paying 20, 30, €40, whatever the price is, just to get a specific mount in-game, while still paying your full price subscription. Now, of course, people can spend their own money whatever way they want, but I think this is absolutely ludicrous. And it actually calls back to something that I completely forgot about. Way back in the day when they were adding in the cash shop in the first place, there was a massive outcry over it. But it doesn't stop there. Because so many people are brainwashed into the cash shop microtransactions mentality, I went on to the official Final Fantasy XIV forums just to check out what was going on, what was being changed, what people were talking about and all, because let's face it, I haven't been on there in forever. All in anticipation for this patch and the changes and the run-up in anticipation for the expansion. And just before anyone gets any funny ideas, I'm actually permanently banned from the Final Fantasy XIV forums. But one thing I noticed almost instantly when I went on there was not so much people's willingness to throw money at pretty much whatever they want, but they were actively encouraging devs to do X, Y, and Z, and not include it for free, not make it earnable or achievable in-game, but put it straight on the cash shop as something that's not a confirmed feature or basically just a requested feature. They said, oh, why don't you do this and we will pay extra for it. I would love to pay extra for it, this, that, and the other. What is with the mindset of these people? Now, I've always maintained that Final Fantasy XIV and its player base are some of the absolute lowest of the lowest form of dregs of gaming. And things like this really highlight it. But my point is that why do MMOs, specifically ones that cost money to buy and purchase the original game, as well as charge a monthly subscription fee, manage to get away with so much when it comes to microtransactions. When you look at all the mainstream media, all the websites, and well, you could probably even say YouTubers, they will gladly criticize Anthem, they will gladly criticize Battlefield, they will gladly criticize Fortnite, and whatever you can think of that has its own loot boxes, its own microtransactions, its own virtual currency, whatever it is. But MMOs seem to get a pass. Fortnite is a free game. You don't buy it, you don't pay to play it. You can technically play that game 12 hours a day, every day, and never put a single cent into the game. But some of these other games, these MMOs, are not the case, and why is no one up in arms, and why is no one outraged at all of this? Wouldn't you think that because you're paying the premium fee of actually paying to play the game and the service, that they would go above and beyond and put all that stuff in-game for you because you're already paying? It's absolute madness, and it's completely bonkers why this doesn't get bigger, more mainstream attention. Although part of me wants to say it's because people who kind of live on this stuff and thrive on this stuff with like Final Fantasy XIV and WoW and whatnot, they're basically battered spouse syndrome. These people are addicted and can't quit. They will probably bitch and moan about the entire thing, and then as soon as they close their stream or their YouTube video or whatever, they just log on to the cash shop and buy like 40 euros worth of mounts or something like that. Anyway, I don't know what's madness. Let me know in the comments section below what you think about the MMO style one. Not so much the free to play or even the buy to play one, but let's look at subscription based MMOs that have cash shops. Of course, these ones generally you have to pay for as well, but you get my point. What's the deal with these? Why is it not highlighted more and more? I mean, we all know, while Final Fantasy XIV may not be the biggest MMO out there, World of Warcraft is huge. It was a cultural phenomenon for almost a decade. And why is this quietly pushed under the rug? Is it because it's Blizzard? What, you people don't have phones? Come on. Anyway, let me know all that good stuff in the comments section below. Hit the appropriate button to let me know how I did on the video, and while you're at it, why not head on over and hit the subscribe button and even ring a little notification bell. Granted, getting a notification from YouTube in current year about a new video upload or a live stream or whatever is a whole other story, but hey, at least you can say you tried, am I right? As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the rest of the videos in my channel.